Reporting live.
Yes, sir. Franchise in the building. Franchise support in effect as it goes down another mother effing day. Hot and right back in the building. Lovely Leticia here. In the living legend.
Stop that. Don't say that. Let them decide that for themselves. I'm just a regular nigga. I'm just a regular nigga.
But you're on my list. You're on my list.
I'm on your list. I made a list. I made a list. I made
Anyways.
a list.
Anyways.
Appreciate you, fam.
The one, the only ViniBoomBap in the building. What up, family?
You know what it is. I know it says BadLad on my coat, but I am ViniBoomBap, AkA the late model sedan, been in these motherfucking streets.
You ready for this work?
I believe so, man. This is, ladies and gentlemen, let me just make the disclaimer, blame franchise for all of this.
No. No.
Okay, let's figure it out. Yeah, man. Who am I? Let's see. Who am I? Who am I?
Still, baby.
I'm the over-the-top underachiever, understanding the overtures of daydream believers who stay under pressure from the overseer's plot, cause undercut on the overhead can get your ass shot, and I've been under the gun in more ways than one, and over the years, some trouble, some fun, but under repairs is a sign that never hung overhead of one of the illest since Mao Zedong. Underprivileged over here, let's rap under the lights of the club over some beer on tap. My bad, ViniBoomBap, underground overlord, from here to down under, overseas and abroad, and I'm mostly understood over beats with a chord. So undermines and oversights will get you beat with a chord. So when you speak of mine, italicize and overline, bold print, understate and overtime. You underclassmen will lack compassion and overcompensate with your jewels and fashion. One nation under God over my dead body. I mean this under oath, over under, bet them both like.
Okay. OG ViniBoomBap here.
Bruh. Yeah, turn that one on. This is gonna be fun. Let's speak on it. Right? Let's speak on it. This one goes out to my brother Trey 2 times, Frick Street Mob of the building. Black go stand up. Listen. Well, it's the Fricker Street flamethrower, Thor the third floor, homeroom hot boy, here to disturb your groove with a vibe so 02905, yo, you know the type of live show Vinny orchestrate. It's a philharmonic, a boom bap and ebonics, bars, jokes, chronic, Tito's lime, tonic, guest list, iconic. You on it, moronic. My top 10s looking like I play for the Supersonics. Drip like this, too hard to miss, especially when the prerequisite for wrecking shit is to have full frontal freshness, forged on open flame, and 5-night fashion falling off of my frame. Ladies love the face, promoters trust the name. Whether shows or hoes, both are glad that I came. And I can't say that I blame them, I would book me too. Slow cooked and good looks like a savory stew. Dead ass or dead last, that's the way of the crew. But no sodium, cause my view's always from the podium. When place or show, Vince pace is woe. With little to no effort, cause effort, I'll let him know. With this vision impaired, gray hairs, hurt back, 50 still don't look this good on Kirk Jack. Son, my dick mood, ravishing Rick Rude. So savage, yet more lavish than half of you dudes. I'm gold status, yo old cabbage. Thursday morning pick up right next to the blue bin. Niggas is garbage, while my rhyme lines read like fine wine. Cause I breathe over vines that conceive over time. The fruits of my labor, as I succeed, share my juice with my neighbors. Haters suck seeds, please. This was never about pussy or prestige. I had that way back when I had creases in my leaves. Now every piece that I release can only be described as a thesis of a beast and should only be prescribed by the shaman of your tribe, prepared as an offering from Tutankhamun to Colin. So too they roll the coffin in, I'ma make cream, flex on flakes mean, chef the baked beans and scrape the plate clean. Rep with 18, protect the state scene, and for rest my head or for exit 18, bitch. Trust the dude, ain't much to prove. Whoever's more out-eyed than mine must have moved, while I'm much improved since the days of Crush Groove. Pfizer won't assign me to adjust the mood, but don't panic, vibes are organic and don't give me that look. I ain't a crook, so can it? The minds are Atlantic and just like the past, B.I.T. and Mac men still top of the class since 88, you suckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, ViniBoomBap is coming here.
Meet me with 48 straight at 51, then talk to me.
And let off some energy.
Where you going?
Go ahead and take a seat there,
Oh,
man.
oh, okay. You about to break the mic? Do we spare the headphones?
I'll never break the mic. Nobody respects the mic more than me. That's rule number one as an MC. You always respect the mic. That's how you eat.
Okay.
Lad's in here every morning with a 6 a.m. to 11. Well, he don't get here at 6.
I don't never get here. So I don't wait. Who the hell wakes up at 6 for no bread? Stop that.
I think
Man,
I
hot in
might.
the ride.
You guys are fucking awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys are dope. Hat tip for you. I don't get up. If I'm up at 6, it's for time and a half. Yeah, I don't do this for money. I do this for fun. I do this for the love. I do this for the culture. I do this for my fraternity, my brothers. Like, hip-hop is everything to me, and 401 hip-hop is even more.
And he's also a professional comedian, if you didn't know.
Okay, no, I didn't know. I know. So this is my first time meeting him. I always see him in Chip's videos.
Everything.
And then I seen this past week you guys did a top 10, so I seen that list. Sorry to bring that up.
And where do you
Nah,
live
sorry.
at?
Oh,
And
no.
where do you live at?
I live in Massachusetts.
I live over exit 18, Boo 02905, stand up, Dogtown original, word.
Your list traveled, family. It
It sure did.
traveled
It sure
around.
did.
But I'm saying, man, like, I stumbled over a couple of joints too. That could have been crisper. But, you know, it's a lot of it was doper than a lot of niggas you had up here. That's word.
So,
Niggas ain't and know it's funny, niggas ain't laughing because it's funny. That's the funny thing. Right? Niggas ain't laughing because it's funny.
So you're not. So you rap
I rap
just for
what?
just
The
rap.
love.
Just
So here's the thing. I love hip hop.
Okay.
I love hip hop. I'm 51. 52 in November.
Okay.
Really? No, I'm only playing that.
Right. So I picked up the first time I was 12. I picked up the mic the first time I was 12.
Okay.
And I had this discussion with this gentleman right here, shout out to Krem, earlier today. And I explained to him, and I'll take this opportunity since you're giving it to me, explain exactly how much and why I love it, right? So, August 28th, 1982, my mother decides to take her life. I'm 11. And at that time, that's traumatic, right? And
Born 11.
knowing what we know about mental health and how we're trying to stress therapy and things like that, that shit was taboo at that time. Right? I'm not going to therapy. That is not going to happen. I'm not taking my son to the crazy house. Whatever, right? Whatever reason, I don't go. And for the next 6 months, I struggle with day to day. Like, I don't know how I'm going to live. Like, my mother's going. And she chose to go. Like, I got to wrap my head around all that at 11.
Right.
6 months pass, and I'm at the boys' club, and they put a mic in my hand, and I rapped my first rap in front of 400 people. And I was loud. I stumbled over it. But I got some applause. Never stopped chasing that feeling. And when I found people who were like-minded like me, I gravitated towards them. And you move differently with this. Like, I tell people all the time, when I say I was there, I don't mean to say it in a boisterous way like Jada says I'm outside and I was there. I was really there at a level most people weren't. When they was rhyming and then they stopped to dedicate their life to selling rocks and making money, and I'm not knocking that. I didn't. I kept going. When folks decided to go the right path and go to college, you know what I was doing? Flunking out of college, going to the studio. When I was supposed to be raising my son, I bring him to my grandmother so I can go do hip-hop shit. Like, I'm not proud of some of the things I did, but all I'm saying is my dedication to it. So I was always there. My group BIT is the original Wu-Tang Clan. We opened up for, if you watch the Wu-Tang, you ever see Wu-Tang? We opened up for Prince Rakim and the Genius.
Damn, y'all are old.
Get it?
Right.
Yeah. So when I say I was there, stamp that shit. From 1982 to 2022,
You also made sacrifices to be a part of hip hop, though.
Right,
Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of the sacrifices I am not proud of. I'm sure I'm speaking to some of my brothers in this room right now, especially the ones that are dedicated to the craft. You make sacrifices, you piss people off, you lose friends. There's a lot of it that happens. I lost my friend to crack because he wanted to sell rocks and not rock with me no more on the mic. We had just fresh off of opening for Just Ice. I was 14, USA skating, LaToya. Like, Google that shit. Google it. Half these fools nobody made them because they don't even know what it is. Google LaToya. Google Just Ice and see how long ago and how much of a he's on the self-destruction track. Like, these aren't lightweights. I was 14. He chased a wrong high. I chased that high and never stopped. And then when my deal fell through with Columbia, I stopped rapping. But I always stayed with it, and that's how I got into the hosting. And then folks that knew me from doing parties and stuff like that, from my crew BIT, which is a whole nother wave, because the fact what BIT was, it came in the midst of the crack era. So everybody's selling rocks, and now that all black men are being profiled. And I'm like, I don't do any of that. Right. And I know a crew of motherfuckers that don't rock like that. So let me go grab a crew of positive motherfuckers and watch them show how we can have a positive crew. And what we did, we was made up of rappers, we were made up of screenplay writers, we were made up of graphic artists. And between the ages of 16 and 22, there's 20 of us. And we went everywhere, and we didn't mob on nothing. And to this day, all these things, collectively, and the way I moved in a lot of different circles, because it ain't just Providence, because they know me up at 90.3. Because I go to those events, I go to Jimmy's, you know what I mean? I go to FET. I'm proud of Supreme. Shout out to Yassine. Like, I shout out names from all over this spot, and they know me, because I know the scene ain't just here. So when everybody's talking about king of this, king of that, you don't even know nobody outside of Providence. You don't know who Paulie Drawn people is. You know what I'm saying? I do. You don't know what Atmosphere is, but I do, and they'll wash you dudes. They'll wash you dudes. Because they just don't love it like they love it. It ain't got nothing to do with skin tone. It's about love. It's about dedication to it and the sacrifices you made. And I made a lot of sacrifices. And I've been very quiet. I'm always very quiet because I observe more than I speak, believe it or not. For as much as I talk, I listen just as much.
And he talks.
And I talk, but when I talk, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not talking reckless. I said that before, and I'll say it again. They ask me to every goddamn podcast, anything that they talk about top 10 or anything hip-hop related around here, and they want to know expert opinion, they call me. It begs the fucking question. Why are they calling me? There's 1 million people in this fucking city. Why call me? Because I'm that motherfucker, and I was there.
So from rapping to hosting,
Yep.
Did you have a DJ?
I can do that too, and I'm better than a lot of motherfuckers that got turntables.
He has done every aspect. He has done every aspect.
And you laugh. But shout out to my man Head Honcho, who said those exact words.
Honcho's nice.
And I don't even own a pair. But I was raised by DJs. I hung around the scene that much. I absorbed so much. He's seen me rock.
Okay.
I'm not the best, but what I'll never be out of DJing, comedy, or rap is the wackest nigga in the room. And that's what everybody should be striving for. Stop trying to be the best. Just don't be the wackest nigga in the room.
So
that's all.
I know you say you do it for the culture. You love hip hop. You love to rap.
Yep.
Which do you like more, rapping or being a comedian?
Being a
comedian. Being a comedian. As much as I love rap. God, I'll never say.
Rap music makes you mad, so.
Everything makes me mad, right? You say you love setting me off. They love, listen.
It's easy to do it to them.
They love setting me off because they love the ratings. They love the ratings. Don't let them fool you, man. They love to push the old man's button, but fuck it. I got an AARP now, so I'm able to say I get the filters off. Because I'm just that old man. That old man don't know what he's talking about. And by the time they figure out that I know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm gone. Okay. I'm back to the nursing home. Okay. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no. I do. Which do I love more? I do love comedy. Personally, I love comedy more, like personal, because it's a different type of animal.
Okay.
Right? And no disrespect to any of my guys out here, any of the writers. Please believe this when I say this. But if you stumble over something and you don't spit the bar right, the beat is still behind you. So folks are still nodding, right? That joke goes out there and it don't come back with no laugh. My niggas and everybody in this room, I need you to understand when I tell you there's nothing louder than silence. You find out how loud silence is. You find out exactly how loud silence is when your joke don't stick.
Make some DJ franchise and just.
And don't get me wrong, because that's the thing. I failed in that. I have failed at every level. Like I've learned to get better because I've failed. Right. You understand? I've been to Slade's 3 times, sold out crowds. I am 0 for 3 at Slade's. I have given them apparently 45 minutes of terrible comedy.
Really?
I am awful.
Slade's is a hard crowd.
But it's right, and that's what I learned. I learned that the 3rd time I went there, right? Because you know they do Wednesdays. Right. Shout out to Jonathan Gates. Yes. He sells out Slade's every Wednesday for like the past 10 years for comedy. It's fucking amazing, bro. Because you motherfuckers won't come for us for nothing. Unless we're bringing Kevin Hart or somebody. And then you want the motherfucker for $10, you cheap bitches. That's a whole nother podcast. But to my point, right? Because you talk about how hard Slade's is. So the last time I was there, right? I did Slade's I did a 15-minute set on Slade's on Wednesday. That next day on Thursday, I was at Mohegan Sun. I did a 10-minute set. And then on that Friday, I was at Comedy Connection. I did a 12-minute set. Right. So I basically did the same set. Right? Basically the same jokes. I take little jokes out for time constraints, right? Or place them for whatever. I did the same set. I died a horrible slow death at Slade's. I murdered Mohegan in Comedy Connection.
I bet you did.
So what I learned was Slade's just ain't my club. Right. And that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? So you live and you learn. But it's in those moments, and I think that's the parallel to rap too. You know what I mean? You find out whether or not you love this shit, not when your shit is smashing, but when your shit ain't. That's when you find out if you really love it. Do you want to chase that high and get that back and right that wrong? Or you just want to say, oh, this is some bullshit and blame everybody else but you? You know what I mean? So in those moments, and the other thing an OG told me too, and my OGs in the comedy game, my OGs, my mentors are younger than me. But they've had more time in. So, you know what I mean? Take that
happens
for
though, because I got an uncle that I'm older than, so that does happen.
No, not uncle. I'm 51.
I'm just saying, like, when you're getting advice from a...
Like my Obi-Wan Kenobi, my Yoda.
Like, I look up to you, but I'm older than you, so...
Right.
So
my
yeah,
Obi-Wan Kenobi is 36 years old. Shout out to Sam J. I don't know, she's on HBO. You know Sam J? She's on HBO Max. She's from the Bean.
Yeah, she's from Roxbury.
The last, word. One of the last shows she did before she went to LA to move to LA was she did a room for me. A show it's called Double Up. And she was like, lad, this is the last show I'm doing on here. I'm moving to LA. And then that following April, she was on Jimmy Kimmel. Now she's on HBO Max with her own talk show, and she got her own sitcom on the Peacock Network. Bust down, that's my nigga.
This goes to show you got to move out of New England, period.
Not true. Not true.
Don't get him started.
Not true. Don't do that. Don't do that. You insulting every one of my people up in here.
Never mind. I'll take
That's
that
it.
back.
This is our hood. Cause we're nicer than a lot of niggas.
Okay, we are.
That dude right there, nicer than a lot of you.
We about to find out, but hold on. First of all, I hope we
Sorry,
was able
I just point at my rhyme nose when I see him. I point him out when I see him.
I hope we was able to help you get some stress off today.
I love it. Thank you, franchise, for helping me kick off my Prove a Point Tour 2022.
You're welcome.
You done heard the bars.
Proving my point.
Whether I stumbled or not, the bars you heard, I came across crisp, were better than a lot of motherfuckers. Right? Look, you said don't say it to make me happy. Don't say
you see her
when I
face
go.
in the video,
Word.
so you know.
Word. Everybody in this move's gonna walk about it talking about, yo, he stumbled over sip. That old motherfucker did some shit. And when they do it on here, say what you want. Your girl's gonna be like, yeah, but he's cute too. That old little motherfucker's cute too.
Okay, Timberland. No, but
best way to find your family.
BadLad the comic, even though ain't nothing funny on everything. BadLad the comic on everything. But today you got a piece of ViniBoomBap, AkA the late model sedan. That one's for all my MCs who truly love the culture. I love you suckers and slaves.
And before you go, can I just say that?
Man, do I love y'all.
Look, can I just say that?
Keep being that dude.
I greatly appreciate you being so easy to tick off for great content. Thank you.
Absolutely, bro.
Thank you.
Listen, everybody who invites me, it's what they do. They love to push my buttons because they're gonna get a reaction. But I dies on my hill, my nigga.
I appreciate you, fam. You know that.
Come on, man, stop it.
You know that.
Always.
Ladies and gentlemen, BadLad in the building, AkA ViniBoomBap. Greatly appreciate you, fam.